My voice is audible to you all? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine. So in the previous class,
Yes, sir.
we were discussing regarding the introductory part of the surveying. Okay. So in the previous class, we have seen what we are going to study in our upcoming modules. That is, we are going to start with module number one, that is theodolite survey and instrument adjustment. Okay. In this module one, we will be studying regarding the theodolite. What is theodolite? What are its different types? Then fundamental axis. What are the different fundamental axes are there in the theodolite? And the different parts of transit theodolite. And then uses of theodolite. What are the different temporary adjustments of theodolite? And measurement of horizontal and vertical angle, how we are going to measure the horizontal and vertical angle, that we are going to study. And the step by step procedure for obtaining the permanent adjustment of theodolite, that we are going to see. Okay, there are two types of settings that we are going to do. So first is the temporary adjustment, and the other one is the permanent adjustment that we are going to do in the theodolite. So that we are going to see. And after this, we are going to study regarding the trigonometric leveling. In this trigonometric leveling, how we are going to see how the heights and distances in a single plane and a double plane method we are going to measure. This is what overall we are going to discuss regarding theodolite in module 1. So module 1, it is a complete, we are going to study regarding the theodolite. We are going to study regarding the theodolite in our module 1. Okay, so in the previous semester, we have discussed something on survey, right? I think we have discussed regarding say how to take the horizontal distance, how to take the say how to take the horizontal distance by using the chain tape, and then what are the different corrections that we are going to apply in that we have seen. And also we have seen how to measure the horizontal angle by using the compass. Okay, so this is the compass that you have seen in the previous class. So whatever the theodolite what we are going to learn in today's class, this is an advancement of this compass survey. So compass survey, we or the compass, the instrument we were using it to find out the angle. We were using it to determine the angle or change in direction. Or suppose this is your point A and point B. This is a top view, right? When you are going to observe from top, this is your top view. Okay, so there is an point A and point B. We used to measure from this particular, say we were using we were calculating the angle from point A to point B. So probably it is your compass survey was having the least count of 30 minutes. So we were getting the degree. For example, this angle to this angle, suppose we are getting an angle of around 26 degree, 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes, the answers we used to get. But the least this is the least count is 30 minutes in your compass survey. But whereas your theodolite, the least count is of 20 seconds. So the theodolite gives you will give you the more accuracy than your compass survey. So we know that in order to have one circle, we needed to cross around 360 degrees. Okay, we needed to have 360 degrees. If you want to make one circle, right, we will start from zero, right? We will start from zero, and from this point, if we have started from then we, in order to reach the same point again, we will make an angle of 360 degrees. Okay, so this is a normal concept that you already know. Okay, so in your compass survey, in this instrument, right, in your compass instrument, we used to measure only the horizontal distance. But whereas your theodolite, when suppose this is your building, right, this is a building, if you want to determine what is the angle between this point, the point A, and point B, if you want to measure the vertical angle between the 2 points, now this is the horizontal, This is a horizontal angle you have measured on, suppose this is A and B are the 2 points on the ground, and you have hold one ranging rod over here and one ranging rod over here. Okay, so if you want to measure the angle between A and B, what we used to do, we used to use the compass. But with this compass, with this particular instrument, you cannot able to find out the vertical angle between the point A and B. This is your building, this particular building with the windows, whatever I have shown. This is the height of the building. Suppose now if I want the angle between the point A and B, right? Now the vertical angle, I cannot measure it by using the compass. By this instrument, I cannot able to measure the vertical angle between the 2 points. Okay. But when we are coming to theodolite, at the same time, when we are going to come to theodolite, right? When we want to have with the theodolite instrument, this instrument we call it as a theodolite. So theodolite will able to measure both the horizontal and the vertical angle. Whatever the points A and B are there on the ground, if I want to measure the horizontal angle between them, I can able to measure with that particular instrument. I can able to measure the horizontal angle between A and B, as well as I can able to measure the vertical angle between the point A and B of the building. So by this, I can able to measure both the horizontal and the vertical angle by using the instrument called as a theodolite. Am I audible to you all? Is there any disturbance?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Are you understanding the concepts? Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Are you understanding?
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Can I go ahead? Can I go ahead? Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, fine. So that is the main advantage behind this theodolite. Now, this theodolite, it is going to, as compared to the compass, it will be more, it is more accurate. Okay, whenever you are going to measure the horizontal and the vertical angle, it is going to give you the more precision. It is going to give you the more precision when you are going to measure the horizontal and the vertical angle. So this is what this particular instrument, what you are seeing on the screen, is your theodolite instrument. See, you can get the various components in this particular theodolite. You can see the various components in that. Okay, so this is your theodolite. So all those components that we are going to see it later in detail. First, we will see what is theodolite. Okay, what is theodolite and what are the different types of it as according to your syllabus. First, we will see what is theodolite and the different types of it, and then fundamental access and all. That all we are going to see in the this particular class. So this is regarding your theodolite. I hope you have seen the theodolite instrument. Again, say a detail how to take the reading and all that, it can be explained in a more clear way when we are going to deal with these this theodolite instrument in the offline mode. So practically we will be dealing with this particular instrument, and normally when we want the vertical angles and all, when we want the vertical angle, or when we want the say direction also, then we will be using this particular instrument rather than using the compass. Okay, so both this particular instrument, you in your previous class of survey or previous class of survey, you only used to measure the horizontal angle but not the vertical angle. In your surveying one or the basic surveying, we were only using the horizontal angle, that is the part A we used to measure. But when it comes to the vertical angle, right, angle, the vertical height or the angle between the 2 points, we cannot able to measure by using the compass. Now by using this theodolite, we can measure the vertical distances also. So this is the main advantage of this theodolite instrument. Okay, so that is the main advantage of the theodolite. Okay, now we will see one by one how the theodolite is going to be important for us. Okay, now as I have told, so far we have been measuring the angles by using the compass with respect to the meridian, which is less accurate, and it is not possible to measure the vertical angle with the compass. As just now I have told, your compass is only restricted to take the horizontal angle, but whereas your vertical angle, if you want, it is not possible with the help of your normal compass. No, so when the objects are at a considerable distance or situated at a considerable elevation, both I'm using the word both the distance and the elevation. Okay, I hope you are understanding what is the distance. The distance is the horizontal distance. Now elevation is the difference in height. I hope you are going to get it. You are getting it. Now this is point A and point B. Now which is at more higher elevation, B is at a more higher elevation. So this thing also we can measure it by using the theodolite. So when the objects are at a considerable distance or situated at a considerable elevation or a depression, I think elevation or depression, elevation is increasing in height and depression is reduction in height. So this we already know it. Now it becomes necessary to measure the horizontal and the vertical angle in a more precise way. So that is the reason why we are using this particular theodolite, okay, in order to measure both the horizontal and the so that is the reason why we are going to use this particular theodolite in order to measure the both the horizontal and the vertical angle. Okay, now in order to measure the horizontal and the vertical angle, now the instrument what we are going to use, we call it as an theodolite. Okay, I repeat, what is theodolite? In order to measure the horizontal and the vertical distances, right? The instrument what we are going to use with the more precision and accuracy, that we call it as an theodolite. I hope you are getting the things. This particular instrument we call it as an theodolite. Okay. Now we will see. Now what is theodolite surveying? Now whenever we carry out a survey by using the theodolite instrument, right? That particular surveying we call it as an theodolite surveying. That particular instrument we call it as a theodolite surveying. Okay, the system of surveying in which the angles are measured with the help of theodolite is called as an theodolite surveying. Okay, can I move ahead? Yes, can I move ahead?
Yes.
Are you getting the thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any
Yes, sir.
is there any problem or something you are not understanding? Is there any problem?
No,
Be
sir.
interactive.
No, sir.
Irshad, Gayatri, any
No, sir.
problem?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll move ahead.
Yes,
Or
sir.
is it bit is
Yes,
it
sir.
bit fast or okay?
Bit fast, sir.
Bit fast. Okay. I think I'm going with the proper speed, but still, Junaid,
Yes, sir.
okay, what you have not understood, you are telling it is a bit fast. Is there anything that you have not understood?
I have understood everything, sir, but you are little bit fast.
Okay, by words, might be it is bit fast. Okay, I'll go little bit slow. Okay, then shall I move ahead? Shall I move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, fine. Now, we will see what is the theodolite having some advantages or why we are going to use this particular theodolite. Okay. Now, when it comes to the theodolite, okay, when it comes to the theodolite, it is an most accurate surveying instrument, right? I have told that it is an most accurate, right? It is an most accurate surveying instrument. It is only measured, it is measured, it is used to measure the horizontal and the vertical angle. Now, what is horizontal angle? What is vertical angle? I have already told. On a plain ground, right? On a plain ground, if we want to measure on a plain ground, I'll repeat, on a plain ground, if we want to measure the two points which is present at a different points, if I want to measure the horizontal angle between them, right? Between them, then it is we call it as, this is for a horizontal and this particular diagram is for vertical angle. This is for horizontal angle and this is for vertical angle. I am explaining the things. This is horizontal and this is vertical. Okay, this is vertical. Okay, on a plain ground, I'll repeat what is horizontal angle. On a plain ground, if there are 2 points, that is A and B are there, if I want to measure the angle between them on a plain ground, then we call it as a horizontal angle. So horizontal angle, if you want to use with more precision, we will be using theodolite. And now coming to this particular diagram, if I want to measure the angle between the 2 points A and B on this particular building, now what is this? This is this particular diagram. I use it for measuring the vertical angle. So now, if I want to measure the angle between A and B, this particular angle, if I want to measure, this is a vertical angle because these are present at a different elevations. A is present at a lower height, B is present at a higher height. So if I want to measure the angle between the A and B, this is called as a vertical angle. So we can also use it by we can also measure it by using the theodolite. Okay, so I hope you are getting. So measuring, why theodolite is used? Theodolite is used for measuring both the horizontal and the vertical angle. Okay, and it is used to locate the points on a line. Okay, now if I want to locate the points on a line, okay, so for that also, right, I will be using this particular theodolite instrument. Now if I want to prolong the survey lines, okay, if I want to prolong the survey lines, suppose if there is one line over here, right, if there is a line over here, right, this is a point, right, and this is a point. Okay, if I want to continue it, if I want to prolong it, right, if I want to prolong it, see, this is a smaller distance, this is a larger distance. If I want to take this particular point in a same straight line or in a same line, if I want to take, now if I want to prolong it, right, then again I will be using this particular theodolite. Okay, again I will be using this theodolite. Now finding the difference of level. Now suppose I'll erase it, or I'll use a new paint. Just a minute. Suppose this is a ground level, right? This is a ground surface. If I want to measure the difference in elevation between the point A and B, if I want to measure the difference in elevation, this is point A and this is point B. If I want to measure the difference in elevation between the 2 points, that is the difference in height. See, this is at a different height and this is at a different height. Now this particular height, if I want to measure, right, I will use theodolite and I will able to find the difference in level between the 2 points. Now setting out the grades, okay, and also setting out the ranging the curve, right, or ranging the curve, and for the tachometric survey. Now tachometric survey, this we are going to deal in the module 2. So in the detail, we will be studying regarding in detail regarding this tachometric survey in module 2. So if I want to range the curve, if I want to have a curve, right, suppose this is a road, if I want to have, this is a road, if I want to have, and then if there is I want to change the alignment. So if I want to set a curve, right, if I want to set a curve also, we will be, now this is a curve. For setting this curve also, we will be using the instrument called as a theodolite. Okay, setting out the grades, setting out the curves to find the difference in elevation, extension of the prolonging of the survey lines, okay, locating the points on a line, and measuring the horizontal and the vertical angle. If I want to measure horizontal and vertical angle, if I want to locate some points on a line, okay, if I want to extend the survey lines, then if I want to find out the difference in the level between the 2 points, and if I want to range the curve, and if I want to have the tachometric survey, I will be using this theodolite instrument. Okay, so all these are nothing but the different uses of the theodolite. So right now we have covered what all things we have covered. We have covered what is theodolite, right? What are its uses of theodolite, that we have covered, right? Now we will see what is a transit and what is non-transit theodolite. What are the different types of theodolite? Now we will see what are the different types of theodolite that we are going to see it now. Okay, so we will see what are the different types of theodolite. Okay, now this is your theodolite. Okay, theodolite survey. Theodolite is again I have already covered it. Now, theodolite are mainly classified into two types. Okay, we are going to classify theodolite into the two types. That is the transit and non-transit theodolite. Okay, now I'll repeat. What are the different types of theodolite? One we call it as the transit theodolite, and the another we call it as the non-transit theodolite. Now, what do you mean by a transit theodolite? Okay, I'll tell you what is this transit theodolite. Okay, a theodolite in which the telescope can be revolved through a complete resolute about its horizontal axis and a vertical plane. So, if I tell you what is a transit theodolite, if I tell this particular definition to you, right now you are not in a position to understand what it is. Okay, because a theodolite in which the telescope can be revolved through the complete resolute about its horizontal axis and a vertical plane is called as a transit theodolite. Now, at present, you don't know what is that transiting means. Now, for that, I need to show you some of the important aspect in this particular theodolite. Now, I need to show you some of the important parts in this particular theodolite. Okay, now we will see what is the theodolite exactly is. Okay, I hope you are able to see this particular thing. Yes, is it clear? Diagram is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. I'll focus. Still, I'll focus.
Sir, students are asking for joining.
What? Students are
Sir,
asking for joining. They are
Yes,
late,
sir.
no? They are late, no? What shall I do? Just a minute. I'll allow them. Just a minute. I'll allow them. See, I want all of you to attend at a proper timings. If you are becoming late, then see, I will be in one particular tempo, so I will lose it, and won't be seeing how many people want to attend and all. Once I have started, hardly I will give you 5 minutes buffer period. Within that 5 minutes buffer period, see, I have given you the link at 2:41 probably, so 10 minutes before your class. So within that 10 minutes, you need to attend the session, or else I cannot able to see again and again how many people are attending. That is not possible. Okay. So I request you all to be. I will send the link before 5 minutes of your class, right? Before 5 or before 7 minutes of your class. So you need to be on a proper timing, or else I may not allow you people because I will be busy in taking the sessions. So I want you to attend at a proper timings. Just a minute, we will start. Okay. So, okay, here I was. Okay. Now, this particular instrument, for a look, it might look very complicated to you, but this is a very simple type of an instrument. For to understand this particular instrument, the physical presence is also the important, because there are many aspects are there that has to be taught you in an offline thing. Not because the physical feel of this particular instrument is very important. So that we are going to continue whenever our online classes, offline classes are going to happen. So I will bring this personal instrument personally to your class, and I will be able to tell you what are the different things are there in this particular instrument. But as of now, you can able to see this particular instrument. Now we will see one by one what are the different parts in it. Okay, but we will see one by one different parts in it. Now, this particular thing, I think, I hope this is visible. That is a tripod leg. Is it visible to you? Is it visible to you? I'm showing and my cursor over
Yes,
there.
sir.
Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, this
Yes,
particular
sir.
thing, exactly where it is here. Are you getting? Are you getting? This particular tripod leg, it
Yes,
is exactly over here in this particular picture. Are you getting? Are you getting?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
tripod leg, whichever I am showing in this particular diagram, right? It is exactly over there where I am showing the my cursor. Okay, so this tripod leg, in order to see this instrument, we will be mounting it on a tripod. Okay, we will be mounting on a tripod. So these are the nothing but the tripod legs. I hope you have seen the dumpy level in the previous classes, but it was completely online. But I have personally I have brought it to the class, but many of you have not seen it. But this particular instrument we are going to mount it on a tripod. So this is what your tripod is, right? This we call it as a tripod, and this there are three legs will be there, right? To this, so 1, 2, 3, three legs will be there. So this is we call it as a tripod leg, and this, right? This particular thing we call it as a tripod head. Okay, this particular thing we call it as a tripod head. Are you getting? Tripod head, are you getting? This is tripod head. Here it is tripod head.
Yeah.
Now exactly here it is a tripod head. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
Yes,
this,
sir.
we call it as a trivet. Okay. Now so exactly the trivet is over here. Okay. We call it as this as a trivet. We will be having it over here. Then next comes is leveling screws. Right, this particular thing we call it as a leveling screws. These are, there will be three leveling screws will be there. So 1, 2, and that opposite side there is another leveling screw is over there. So this together, all together we call it as a leveling screws. So here this particular instrument, again here there is one particular instrument is there. So these are the two leveling screws. So I hope you are getting it. So this difference between the tripod head and the outer spindle, the difference between the tripod and the outer spindle, the difference between say your tripod head, right, from this to your this spindle, the difference between this to this, we call it as a leveling head. Okay, this we call it as a leveling head. Okay, next is this particular thing we call it as a tri-batch. Okay, this particular thing we call it as a tri-batch, which is connected to the your leveling screws. Now the most important part is of the instrument is, I'll leave all those things. The most important part of the instrument is, now this is we call it as a telescope, right? Are you getting? This is we call it as a telescope, and this particular thing here, we are having two plates over here. This is the lower plate and this is the upper plate. See, both these are connected. These can be managed by the, it can be managed by the screws. Okay, these are the screws are there, which is upper plate and the lower plate, upper plate and the lower plate. Okay, so this is how you are going to hear in the horizontal plate, in this particular horizontal plate, right? We together we call it as an the horizontal plate, right? We are going to measure the horizontal angle, right? Whenever we want to take the whenever we want to take the angle between the 2 points, that is A and B are there, right? If these are the 2 points A and B on a ground, if I want to take the angle between them, right? So how I take? I will be using this horizontal plate. I will be using this on this particular horizontal plate. We are going to have the angles. We are on this particular horizontal plate. We are going to have the horizontal angle. Okay, I will show it here how we are going to see it. Just a minute. Okay. See, here this is present on an horizontal plate. This is your zoomed version of your theodolite. This is, we call it as an horizontal plate. This is lower plate. This is upper plate. This is lower plate. This is upper plate. So again, we will be discussing in all those things in a detail later. But as of now, you should know what are the different parts of it. Okay. So as of now, you keep in your mind, this is your horizontal plate. In this horizontal plate, if I want to measure the angle between the 2 points, right? there are two plates, upper plate, lower plate, and the upper plate, right? With those two upper and lower plate, whenever we want to measure the 2 points on the ground, we are going to measure it by the horizontal plate. Horizontal plate is divided into two parts, upper plate and the lower plate. Okay, so this horizontal plate we are going to use to measure the horizontal angle. Are you getting? Are you getting? Yes, are you getting? All of you
Yes,
are
sir.
getting? Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Is there any
Yes, sir.
confusion? Okay, right now
No,
you
sir.
remember the horizontal plate. That is the most important thing that I am telling you now. The horizontal plate, you need to remember this. On this particular horizontal plate, we will be using in order to measure how we used to measure the compass, the 2 points, right? The angle between the 2 points on the ground, that we are going to measure it by using this particular horizontal plate, right? The horizontal plate is divided into two parts, that is the upper plate and the lower plate. Now, this particular thing, right, whatever the lens you are going to see, this like a telescope like element you are going to see, it is exactly a telescope, right? It is an telescope, right? It is, we here from this particular thing, we are going to see the object. From this particular thing, we are going to see the object. And here, there is an element, right? There is a circular element over here. See, here you can see the, from this part, you can see only the side part of that. But here, you are going to see the vertical circle. Here we call it as a vertical circle. This particular vertical circle, whenever we want to measure the vertical angles, right? Whenever we are going to measure the vertical angles, we will be using again this particular vertical circle will be used to measure the horizontal circle is used to measure the horizontal angle, and this vertical circle is used to measure the vertical angles. Again, this, I'll repeat, the horizontal angle, this particular portion, right? This particular portion, we are going to use the horizontal in order to measure the horizontal angle between the horizontal angle between the 2 points. If I want to measure, I will be using the horizontal circle or the horizontal plate, and the upper plate, I will be using this vertical circle. I will be horizontal circle is for horizontal angle, vertical circle is to measure the vertical angle. That, this much thing as of now you have to remember. Okay, and there is the two axes. Now there are two axes which is going to be very, very important aspect. Now this is what we call it as an horizontal axis. This is what we call it as a vertical axis. So this is an horizontal axis, right? And this is, we call it as a vertical axis. Are you getting? Are you getting what is horizontal and what is vertical axis? Murugesh? Yes, Murugesh. Are you getting what is horizontal axis? What is vertical axis? Others, are you getting? Is not there probably.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
As of now, I will overview it. What are the different important points are there? I'll just tell what is the important point in this particular class. Okay, because again, if I tell at once in this particular class only, you won't understand many of the things. As of now, you just remember, right? Horizontal plate, right? Horizontal plate. Why? For what purpose we are going to use it? For what purpose?
Horizontal angle.
Yes, very
Horizontal
good.
angles.
We are going to use it for a measurement of
Horizontal angle.
horizontal angle. And this vertical circle, which you are going to see over here, we used to
Vertical
measure
angle.
what? Vertical angle. Okay. Now, this is what I am showing the cursor. This is what? What is this cursor? Where it is moving? What is this? It is
Onion axis.
which axis? Which axis?
Onion
X
axis.
axis.
It is horizontal axis. Yes, very good. And what is this? This is
Vertical axis.
vertical axis. And what is this? What is this? What is
Telescope.
this? This is telescope. What is the purpose of telescope?
Sighting
The purpose
object.
Yes, to sight the object. Okay. This particular instrument we are going to deal in detail in the forthcoming classes. So as of now, we'll overview what we have studied in today's class. Okay. Now what we have discussed in today's class. Now you need to reply me. What we have discussed?
Theodolite.
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 Uses.
Uses of theodolite.
What is
And
theodolite?
measuring theodolite.
Okay. Uses. Okay. What is the purpose of theodolite? Why we are going to use it?
Parts of theodolite.
To sight vertical and horizontal angle.
Measure the vertical
To
horizontal
not to sight.
To
Not to
measure
sight.
horizontal and
To measure
inclined.
vertical and horizontal.
angles.
Okay. To
Measure.
measure the horizontal and the vertical angle. Is it
Yes.
more precise than compass?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what are the uses of
Yes, sir. More
theodolite?
accurate.
Okay. What are the uses of theodolite?
Arranging the curve.
Getting points from
Okay. Okay.
Citing out
Prolonging.
grades.
Okay. What?
Citing out grades.
difference of level.
Okay. Very good.
Ranging curves.
Finding the difference in
Tachometric
level.
Measuring
survey.
horizontal and vertical.
Okay. Very good.
Prolonging the surveying line.
Okay. Very good.
Tachometric survey.
Okay. Very good.
Setting out the grade.
Finding different levels of grades.
Very good. Okay. Fine.
Locating the
Now
points on
we
line.
have
Ranging
seen,
curves.
we have, as of now, we have seen what is theodolite, what is theodolite surveying, what is an advancement or what is the advantage of a theodolite over the normal compass, right? Why we are using it. Then we have seen some of the elements of the theodolite, and in detail, tomorrow we will discuss in detail regarding what are the different types of theodolite. Now I will, in tomorrow's class, I will tell you regarding what is transiting, what do you mean by the transit, what are the different types of theodolite. If I tell you the transit, you will be able to understand what are the different types of it. You should understand what is transiting. So that transiting I will be explaining in tomorrow's class. Hope you are understanding everything.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Speed is okay.
Yes, sir.
Irshad, speed is okay now. Irshad is there.
Yes, sir.
Speed is okay now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you?
Yes,
have you
sir.
got all the concepts? Yes, Irshad.
Yes, sir.
Have you got all the concepts?
Yes,
Any
sir.
other students do you have any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So from tomorrow class onwards, we will be discussing what are the different types of theodolite. Again, will be discussing regarding the different parts of theodolite. Because without discussing regarding the different parts of theodolite, we will not able to understand the further things. So in this particular aspect, we should be very clear what are the different parts of the theodolite. And see, by looking at these pictures, it is a bit difficult to say how to operate it. But still I will be able to tell how we needed to do it. The physical contact with this particular instrument is very, very important in order to deal with it. Okay. So in today's class, we have seen what is theodolite, what is theodolite survey, what are the importance of theodolite, what is an advantage of theodolite, what are the uses of theodolite, right? And this is what we have studied in today's class. And tomorrow we will be able to continue with the different types of theodolite and all. Okay, so I hope you are getting the things what I am dealing in the class. So we will able to continue the session, right? We will be continuing the further classes, right? We will be continuing the further topics in the next classes. Okay, so I hope you are getting. If you are getting any kind of a doubt, you can WhatsApp me, or if there are some suggestions that regarding speed or regarding any kind of a methodology, right? You can free to contact me. Okay, and I request you all. I am able to see that there are some speakers are on still. So I request you all to please mute yourself when the classes are running. Yes, Dayanand. Dayanand. Okay, we will continue the session in the next class. Dayanand, you want to tell anything? Yes, Dayanand, you want to tell anything?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, fine. We'll end the session.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay, we'll end the session over here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.